is more about the environment, about the community and the animals, the beautiful vistas, the clear lake. Having seen that all these years, to think that that is not going to be there.
Emotions are still high as the Caldor Fire burns just miles from South Lake Tahoe this morning. Now, over the last 24 hours, it has been an all-out fight to save homes around and inside the Tahoe Basin. Firefighters trimming trees, you can see it right there on your screen, and brush to limit the fire's fuel along 50 and Highway 89. Good Wednesday morning. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Brittany Begley. Let's get straight to the Caldor Fire and everything you need to know. Take a look at your screen. You can see where the fire is burning this morning using satellite data to detect points of intense heat. Now, the darker squares you see in the corner of your screen indicate more recent detections. You can see the fire thankfully staying south of South Lake Tahoe, but moving east towards the state line. So take a look at these new evacuation orders. This, as the fire actually moves towards the state line, it includes 50 from the state line to just south of Zephyr Cove. Also, both Lower and Upper Kingsbury have now been evacuated. Coming up in about 20 minutes, Mike Duffy's actually going to track the latest evacuations for us. Let me actually show you this video from Twitter. Let me press play. We now know more than 200,004 acres have been burned. Containment about 20%. This is actually a tweet from meteorologist Tracy Humphrey. She's going to actually speak with us coming up in less than 5 minutes, but I want to get right to meteorologist Rob Carmark. One of our reporters actually describing the fire, saying it's snowing ash. This as we approach another red flag day. When are we going to get a break?
We're going to get a break later tonight, Brittany, but this is going to be another long day. Now, all you can do is figure out where the fire is, figure out what the forecast is, and plan on that. And what we had yesterday was some strong winds, but in places not nearly strong enough to propel it down deeper into the valley floor, I should say the basin floor, but really it kept it creeping along some of the hillsides south of Pioneer Trail. So let's go ahead and take you into the forecast for today, because what I'm seeing right now is I'm seeing that big column of smoke moving straight up, a pyrocumulus cloud right on top. That tells you that the fire is hot. It is active, and it's 11 o'clock in the morning, so we're just getting going for another red flag day. This established fire will move deeper into the Tahoe Basin, generally off to the north and east, but it depends on terrain, it depends on wind speed, depends on a bunch of different things, including firefighting efforts as well. But we know the air is dry, there's plenty of fuel, and there is an urban interface, so the winds are already cranking. We've got some wind gusts at the top of some of these ridges up to 25 miles per hour so far. And going through the rest of this morning into the afternoon, what you want to look for are those blue arrows and also the yellow arrows. Yellow is 20 miles per hour plus. Blue is generally 15 to 20 miles per hour, but some gusts in there will be approaching the 25 mile per hour mark. So it's that general direction is that what we're concerned about, because while it does help some places like Myers or South Lake Tahoe or the Tahoe Keys, it does push it closer to Heavenly and some other spots that are concerned about where the fire could grow. Yesterday, it grew by 5 miles in that direction, so we'll have to see how today goes. Brittany.
Thank you so much for your update. So as the Caldor Fire grows, we have team coverage for you. Bianca Bono is now in Heavenly, just ahead of the fire. But meteorologist Tracy Humphrey is in Echo Summit, breaking down what's happening right now. And Tracy, I've been following your tweets basically since Monday. How are things for you right now? It looks really smoky.
Hey, Brittany, right now we're just outside of Highway 50. Back behind us there, we still have a very smoky canyon, and we're also looking at some aerial crews coming in here, courtesy of Cal Fire. Jeremy, our photographer, is going to zoom in a little bit so you can see it. It's been a very busy afternoon. Yesterday it was, and the overnight things kind of cooled down a little bit. Had a little bit of an inversion layer that tends to stabilize the atmosphere. But for some parts of those ridges, we did still see some activity this morning, and that's where we do still have some fires that are brewing. Now, as we move into the afternoon and winds are expected to pick up, there are going to be a lot of things that we're watching. First off, we got the fuel. Those are some of the elements, the characteristics of a very active fire day. We have fuel that is definitely dry. We got wind, the opportunity for gusty winds, around 25 miles per hour. Of course, those winds tend to be higher along those ridge tops, 45 miles per hour higher. And then in addition to that, we are also looking at terrain. So when you're looking at a ridge like this, sometimes you get those really strong upslope winds that come in the afternoon hours. They call them those upslope canyon winds, and they can be merciless. I mean, they start driving, and all they need is a good burst of wind, and that's when you start getting a lot of spotting out ahead of those fires that we're seeing. Now, the opportunity for that high fire danger, of course, is going to be in the forecast for this afternoon. You know, Cal Fire has been fighting this fire since August 14th, and they actually said and told us that the state of California has never had wildfires to cross the Sierra Crest, to burn from one side to the other, except for this year. And there are two fires that now meet those conditions. One being the Dixie Fire, the other being the Caldor Fire. It did cross Echo Summit. It moved into the Tahoe Basin, and the opportunity for southwest winds will continue to drive it and push it towards the northeast throughout the day today. And thank goodness that red flag warning should be allowed to expire. We're hoping at 11 o'clock tonight. So Brittany, is going to be another active day for firefighters. And outside right now, we're still looking at a whole lot of smoke, and it's going to be a busy afternoon. Back to you.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen you tweet nonstop again since Monday, just showing us a look at 50 with it being shut down. It's good, important information. So thank you so much, Tracy. Well, as wildfires continue to burn right here in California, scientists are concerned about the growing impacts of smoke. UC Davis has actually studied the effects since the Camp Fire in 2018. It found the smoke can carry dangerous pollution from things like plastic, paint, and carpets that burn to areas more than 100 miles away. Researchers are still working to fully understand the health risks. Let me take you to this. I'm going to take you to Twitter real quick. Take a look at this. So I live in EDH, and you can see my air filter. It looks disgusting, right? We've been dealing with the Dixie Fire, the Caldor Fire. If maybe money is running tight, here's what you can do. You can take a filter, just look for the little cigarette icon right there. You're going to tape that on the back of your box fan. That will actually help you filter your air if you need something and you're in a jam. I know Lowe's was packed this week, and a lot of people trying to do this and clean their filters. Of course, we'll stay connected throughout the day. Well, coming up next, the Why Guy is answering your firefighting questions. Next, after the break.